Tonight, wintry weather making its way across the Midlands from snow to sleet and now some icy roads. We're tracking the changes and tell you what you can expect tonight as you head home. Plus, millions of dollars in federal funding being pumped into the capital city. Why city leaders say some traffic concerns might become a thing of the past. Your news at 5 starts right now.
Live from the Fox studios in Columbia, it's Watch Fox News at 5 Local First.
Fox News at 5, I'm Freddie Clairvaux. We begin tonight with wintry weather all across the Midlands. Just a few hours ago, Governor Henry McMaster declaring a state of emergency due to the weather. The governor's order basically means state agencies can coordinate for necessary resources. At this time, let's make our way to the weather department. We are with our chief meteorologist, Taylor Canoes. Taylor, what do we need to know at this hour?
Well, our primary concern moving forward, Friendy, locally is going to be the threat of ice, and it could be quite a bit more of it coming our way. We currently have winter storm warnings for all the counties highlighted in pink. And if you missed it earlier today, Richland, Lexington and Aiken counties were added to the winter storm warning. Meanwhile, the rest of our local counties from Lee down to Orangeburg County under winter weather advisories, those all in effect right now all the way through 4 a.m. on Saturday. The radar is very colorful. We have pretty much every type of precipitation out there this afternoon. Green represents rain. That light blue represents snow, although I'm not entirely sure that's actually falling down here. Sometimes the radar misinterprets what's going on. Light pink is freezing rain. Purple is sleet. So we've had a mixed bag of primarily a little snow, a little freezing rain, and some sleet throughout the day today. As we head toward this evening, we're going to exit out the sleet and snow threat, and we'll replace it with either freezing rain or rain. And what you see will be determined by what your temperature is. If your temperature is at or below 32 degrees, you are going to get freezing rain. And it's freezing rain that creates that icy glaze that can stick to power lines, tree limbs, basically anything outside. It will coat the road as well. It's honestly the most dangerous type of precipitation during the winter because it can create very slick conditions out there, and that is expected at least in the northern half of our area. Even though our future watch is showing a lot of green, regular old rain here, I do think with these forecast temperatures near or below freezing, we could continue to see freezing rain even past midnight tonight near and north of the I-20 corridor, which means there could be a lot more ice coming our way. Here's our latest ice forecast, and an additional 2 to 3/10 of an inch of ice possible from Columbia and Lexington northward. That's where the biggest impacts will be felt. And when we talk about that much ice, we are talking about at least the possibility of some power outages, very icy roads, and it could be heavy enough ice to cause at least some tree branches or tree limbs to topple down due to the weight of all that ice collecting on all of those. So there is a threat for power outages, but the main concern, I would say, is the threat for dangerous travel conditions. If you can help it, please do not travel tonight. We will see improvement pretty quickly during the day tomorrow as all of this clears out and the sunshine returns this weekend. A closer look at all the factors and impacts we could see over the next several hours coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Chief, thank you so much for that. We'll check in with you later on the show. Right now, we have team coverage on this winter weather, starting with our meteorologist, Clara Faith. She is live right now in Winsboro. So, Clara, what are you seeing over there in Fairfield County?
Yes, Friendy, we're here in Fairfield County in downtown Waynesboro, and I have to say it has been pretty quiet, not a lot of people, but this is one thing I want to show people, the ice. Ice is starting to, as Taylor said, glaze over, turn into icicles here in downtown area, and this is going to be the main concern as we do head throughout the rest of the day. Now, speaking of temperatures, right now where I am, it's 30 degrees with the wind chill at 25, so it's very cold. I don't know if you can see my breath, but I actually have cold breath coming as I am talking. Now, that is something that we're going to continue to see. Temperatures, if they stay below freezing, which is below 32 degrees, we're going to continue to have the chance of glaze, icy conditions. Now, earlier when we got here, it actually was a mix of sleet, freezing rain. That has calmed down since we have been here for about an hour or so. Right now, the only thing that you are seeing is rain. I want to step out so you can see the wet roads. The rain has continued. It has not stopped. Yes, people people are driving. However, something that I am noticing, there are a lot of patrol cars patrolling the area, checking the areas. I spoke with the emergency management here in Fairfield County. They said that they have extra sheriff and police officers that will be continuing to do rotations around to tell people how the road conditions are. They also have more people that's going to be in the dispatch center for emergencies. So as you do head throughout Fairfield County, you want to make sure you are prepared, because as temperatures continue to drop tonight and as the chance of freezing rain, sleet, as Taylor was saying, even a low chance of snow in Waynesboro, if it just bands over to us, you're going to make sure this is going to bring the perfect condition for sleek roads, for dangerous roads. I want to actually have you guys listen to what the emergency management had to say earlier today when I spoke to them.
The sheriff's office did increased his staffing on the road today, and then our dispatch center added 2 more to its shift for today. Just keep monitoring the situation, the roads, and report what we find, and then let our citizens know to stay off of the road so we don't have accidents and put our first responders in jeopardy.
Now, I did speak with the public relations here today, and he did tell me that one woman actually did spin out. That was on Highway 34 between Waynesboro and Ridgeway. Now, that lady is completely fine, and the firefighters were able to assist her, but that's just an example of what you could see as you do head throughout the rest of today, or also tonight. Now, back to you guys in studio. Please stay safe.
All right, Claire, thank you so much for that. Well, our team coverage continues with wintry weather in Newberry County. This morning, reports of snow coming in, but is that still the case? Our Joey Matei has been there all day. He joined us live now. Joey, of course, many of the kids want to know, can they play in the snow?
Yeah, Freddie, I'm just as disappointed as those kids. There is no more snow to play in. It's been pretty much just freezing rain and sleet here over the past couple hours, which is raising concerns for freezing roads here going into the nighttime hours. Now, all throughout Newberry and Saluda counties, there are signs of ice. Now, for the most part, the roads seem to be in okay conditions, but as temperatures stay around freezing, those roads could become very slick. Now, ice is on all of the power lines, which also another concern with this storm. But so far, Newberry County Sheriff Lee Foster says things are going pretty okay.
Right now, there's some ice on some sidewalks and things, and it's probably going to be some frozen patches. We're right at freezing right now. The temperatures are supposed to drop, and you'll have some places on the road that'll be slick.
And that's why officials are saying to get home and to stay home in order to keep yourself safe. Reporting live in Newberry County, I'm Joey Matei. Watch Fox News, local first.
All right, Joey, thank you so much for that. Well, our wintry weather coverage continues with our Kiana Jordan. She joins us live now from 5 Points. And Kiana, that's usually a happening area where you are.
Yeah, Friendy, it's usually pretty busy out here, but you can kind of take a look around and see there is not much going on. Typically, there's a lot of foot traffic, a lot of cars driving through, but there's nothing right now. No foot traffic, no customers. Now, some of the businesses are still open and some of the businesses are closed, but for the most part, everything is pretty much kind of dead in this area. Now, as far as what I'm seeing weather elements wise, I don't know if I'm seeing a lot, but I will say it's cold out here right now. I don't know if you can see the cold breath coming out of my mouth as I'm speaking, but what we've been seeing for the last few hours is just a drizzle of cold rain that's been happening on and off, but nothing drastic. Now, what we still have here is some sleet from earlier this morning with the different weather elements, but all of that has been drying up. It's pretty clear, no ice, nothing much going on as far as drastic weather elements. I did reach out to Columbia Richland fire officials to see, are they seeing any increase in calls due to the inclement weather? And they say that they aren't any busier than they are usually, but they're going to keep looking into things as the night goes on when the weather is expected to get worse. Now, City of Columbia officials have opened up their rapid shelter for overflow for anyone who's in need of a place to sleep or stay tonight as the conditions worsen. worsen, they'll have beds in their overflow and a hot meal for anyone in need of that. Now, I also reached out to the Columbia Police Department. I didn't hear anything back, but what we know is that they're urging people to stay off the roads. If you can, they want you to stay off the roads, but if you can't, they have a few pieces of advice to make sure that you stay safe. One of the most important being, if you're going to be driving on the road, reduce your speed. Today and tonight is not the night to try and speed around anyone or have any road rage. They want you to drive safe and reduce your speed, as well as making sure that you're not doing really any sudden braking, because that can cause you to slide and cause crazy accidents with the inclement weather going on. And make sure that you check your tire pressure and your air in your tires before you hit the road. Again, number one, they're urging people to just stay home, but if you can't, follow those few pieces of advice. Now, like I said to you, there aren't really any dramatic or drastic weather elements happening right now, but don't let that trick you. Like our chief meteorologist, Taylor Canoes, told us, conditions are going to worse throughout the Midlands as the night goes on. So again, it is cold. Make sure to stay safe, stay warm. If you're going to drive, be safe on the roads, reduce your speed, and make sure your tires are in check. Live in 5 Points, I'm Kiana Jordan. Watch Fox News, local first.
Kiana Jordan, thank you so much for that. Well,